Blackhead prevention starts with a simple principle. Treat the skin gently, consistently, and patiently. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and daily debris collect inside a pore, and the top of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not a sign that someone is dirty, and they usually do not improve when the skin is scrubbed harshly. In fact, washing too often, scrubbing too aggressively, or trying to force the skin into being clear overnight often makes things worse by irritating the skin and encouraging more inflammation. A calmer routine usually works better than an aggressive one. Most people do best when they wash the face no more than twice a day using a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Very hot or very cold water can be irritating, and trying to clean out blackheads with fingers or tools can worsen symptoms and even cause permanent marks or scarring. Water-based or non-comedogenic skincare and makeup are often better choices because they are less likely to block pores. And removing makeup fully before bed is an important daily habit. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid can help unclog pores, and adapalene can help prevent pores from becoming blocked over time. The real secret, though, is consistency. Start slowly. Do not overload the skin with too many active products at once. Keep hair oils and heavy styling products away from the forehead and temples when possible. And remember that prevention works best as a routine, not a dramatic battle. Content reference, Weißit, 0, index, egal 0. And now, with that sensible blackhead prevention advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us step out of the skincare aisle and into the longer, warmer, more cheerful part of the evening, where instead of cleansers and cotton pads, we find ourselves in a small American town full of casseroles, raffle baskets, cardigans, old stories, and one retired gentleman who accidentally becomes the brightest entertainment anyone has had in years. In the town of Maple Junction, Wisconsin, 74-year-old Clarence Weller believed in practical shoes, dependable clocks, and the personal dignity of declining invitations. He did not dislike people exactly. He simply felt that people, in groups, became much too enthusiastic about folding chairs, baked goods, and volunteer opportunities. Clarence had retired 10 years earlier from the local feed mill office, where he had spent most of his life balancing invoices, answering telephones, and explaining to men in muddy boots that close enough was not a bookkeeping standard. He liked order. He liked routine. He liked coffee that tasted like coffee and not like a warm memory of beans. He especially liked evenings that belonged only to him, his porch, and a radio program that came on at 7:30 with exactly the same weather report every weekday. He lived alone in a neat cream-colored house with dark shutters, a screened porch, and a garage so well organized that some of the neighbors claimed you could eat supper off the top shelf. Clarence claimed that if anyone tried, he would charge them rent. His wife, Martha, had died 6 years earlier. Since then, he had created a life sturdy enough to hold quiet. He rose at 6, coffee at 6 to 10, paper at 6:15, breakfast at 7, a walk around the block if the wind was not showing off, lunch at noon, a nap at 1:30 that he referred to as strategic horizontal thinking, supper at 5:30, dishes at 6, porch by 6:30, bed by 10. It was predictable, respectful, and calm. But calm, as Clarence had learned, can sometimes sit in the house a little too heavily, especially after dark. The greatest threat to Clarence's carefully arranged peace was his next-door neighbor, Darlene Bishop. Darlene was 71, energetic, relentlessly helpful, and equipped with the kind of social force usually associated with weather systems. She wore bright sweaters, soft-soled shoes, and reading glasses on a chain that made her look both grandmotherly and administratively dangerous. She chaired the church dinner committee, helped run the library fundraiser, organized the annual mitten drive, and believed every person in town had something special to offer, especially the ones who insisted they did not. On a Thursday afternoon in October, Clarence was sitting on his porch with a mug of coffee and half a slice of banana bread when Darlene came marching up the walkway carrying a rectangular baking dish and a yellow folder. Clarence took one look and said, "No." Darlene stopped at the steps. "I haven't even spoken. You have a folder." "I also have lasagna." "That means the folder is serious. That means I came prepared." "For what?" "For your resistance." Clarence leaned back in his chair. "Then you understand the situation." Darlene came up the steps anyway, set the dish on the porch table, and sat down without being invited, as was her custom. "The harvest gathering has a problem," she said. Clarence closed his eyes for one brief second. Maple Junction's harvest gathering was the annual autumn event held in the church social hall, a night involving casseroles, raffle baskets, string music, pie, paper leaves, and enough folding chairs to seat either a supper crowd or a small, polite jury. "What sort of problem?" he asked. The host backed out. "Why?" His daughter invited him to Milwaukee for the weekend. "That sounds legitimate." He also said he was not really a microphone person. Clarence nodded. "That sounds wise." Darlene ignored the point. "So naturally I thought of you." "Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." Clarence stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70. Dry counts. I worked in grain accounting. You spent 40 years explaining numbers to impatient men before sunrise. You can handle a room. That is not the same as wanting one. You won't have to entertain. Just welcome people, introduce the musicians, announce the raffle baskets, and keep things moving. That sounds like work in church shoes. That sounds like community. That sounds like trouble with pie." Darlene smiled. "You'll be good. I'll be reluctant. That is not a talent. It should be." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Clarence looked at the lasagna. "You volunteered me before I agreed?" "In pencil," she said. "I'm not reckless." "No, just efficient in a way that causes me concern." "Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And if I refuse?" "I'll tell everyone you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative wheat." "Those are not equal threats. Together they make a convincing rumor." So that was how Clarence Weller, retired bookman and defender of quiet evenings, became the emergency MC of Maple Junction's harvest gathering. For the next 24 hours, Clarence prepared as if he were about to moderate peace talks between rival pie states. He found his navy blazer, the one reserved for weddings, funerals, and restaurant dinners with cloth napkins. He polished his loafers. He wrote note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards, in case the first set failed morally. On Friday morning, his daughter, Susan, called from Street Paul. "Dad," Darlene told Mrs. Ferris. Mrs. Ferris told Aunt Joan, and Aunt Joan told me that you're hosting the harvest gathering. Darlene should not have access to telecommunications. Susan laughed. "You'll do great. I have 6 note cards. That means you care. I have backup note cards. That means you're still you. I also practiced pronouncing the fiddle player's last name. That means you're prepared." He practiced in the hallway mirror that afternoon. "Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the harvest gathering." Too stiff. "Hello, friends and neighbors." Too cheerful. He looked like a man selling discounted mulch. "Thank you all for coming tonight." Too vague. Coming where? Why? Under what emotional arrangement? By the 5th attempt, he had introduced himself twice, thanked the umbrella stand, and nodded respectfully toward the clock. At that point, he decided the house had been through enough. Darlene arrived at 5:40 in a rust-colored cardigan and earrings shaped like little maple leaves. "You look distinguished," she said. "You look supervisory," Clarence replied. "That's because I am. That's what worries me." The social hall was already full when they arrived. Long tables draped in orange and brown paper cloths filled the room. Mason jars with battery candles sat beside mini pumpkins and fake leaves. Raffle baskets gleamed under tight cellophane. Crock-pots lined the back wall beside casseroles, baked beans, macaroni, cornbread, slaw, pies, cobblers, cakes, and 2 gelatin dishes. Clarence distrusted on sight. The room smelled like coffee, cinnamon, gravy, and concentrated goodwill. Retirees in cardigans sat toward the front. Children in sweaters darted between chairs. Widowers in sport coats stood near the coffee urn discussing weather in tones suggesting they had all personally reviewed the forecast. Mrs. Harlan guarded the pie table with the alert calm of a museum curator protecting a priceless collection. Darlene handed Clarence the microphone backstage. "Why is this so heavy?" he whispered. "Because it contains responsibility. It contains batteries and pressure." She patted his sleeve and vanished into volunteer traffic, which mostly involved walking briskly while carrying paper. Clarence stepped onto the stage. The room settled. He adjusted the microphone. It squealed sharply. Half the audience jumped. "Well," he said, "that certainly sped up introductions." The room laughed. "Interesting," he thought. He cleared his throat. "Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maple Junction Harvest Gathering, the only event in town where you can admire decorative pumpkins, win a raffle basket, and disagree privately about stuffing before dessert." The laughter came warm and immediate. "My name is Clarence Weller, and I'm your host tonight because the original MC apparently received a stronger competing offer involving family, travel, and a healthier relationship with microphones." Now the room was with him, not wildly, not theatrically, but comfortably. He introduced the opening act, a local guitar and fiddle pair called Pine Hollow, who played old songs with cheerful energy and exactly the sort of timing that makes people clap before the tune is fully over. Afterward, Clarence returned to the microphone and said, "Let's hear it again for Pine Hollow, proving that in Wisconsin, nostalgia still keeps excellent time." The audience laughed and applauded again. For the first hour, things went smoothly. There was music, supper, a short prayer, and the gentle movement of people pretending not to calculate how quickly they could reach the dessert table without appearing obvious. Clarence relaxed. He even improvised a line while introducing the raffle baskets. "Please remember, enthusiasm is welcome, but this remains a fundraiser, not a border dispute." That got a solid laugh. Then Darlene rushed to the side of the stage with the expression of a woman who had discovered, once again, that planning was mostly decorative. "We have a problem," she whispered. Clarence stared at her. "That phrase is getting far too much exercise. The raffle tickets are missing." He blinked. "The sold tickets?" "Yes. You sold tickets and then lost them? We still have the baskets. That is not the stabilizing detail you think it is. I need 10 minutes. With what? Talk. Ask the audience something. You're doing well." Then she vanished, which Clarence was beginning to understand was her preferred management style. He stepped back to the microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen, while several competent adults search for the missing raffle tickets in a room containing no wilderness, I thought I'd ask an important question. How many of you have ever lost something and then found it in a place so absurd